stand by cam 2. And mix cam 2, over their mics and cue them.
Thanksgiving
Ready
weekend
V8
was
sound
stuffed with
under.
family and fun.
But it was a stuffed weekend for the box office with releases like Moana
Roll
2,
V8.
Gladiator 2, and Wicked.
And take it.
Deadline reports that Moana 2, Disney's newest release, grossed over $225 million this past weekend.
And Gladiator 2 grossed over $44 million, and Wicked grossed over $118 million in its first week. The demand was so large for the movies this past weekend that they implemented a queue system when purchasing tickets online.
And take cam 3.
Have you ever wanted to go on a real-life
V9,
treasure hunt?
under.
CNN reports that John Collins Black, author of There's Treasure Inside, gives readers hints on how to find $2 million worth of treasure
V9.
in chests throughout the country. Black says that he was inspired by a similar treasure hunt back in 2010. The difference with his hunt is that there are multiple treasure troves with different prizes inside. The treasures include items such as rare Pokemon cards, gold, sports memorabilia, and more.
Take cam 1.
An American Nightmare Down Under, with Australia banning social media for children under 16. Australia's Senate recently passed the bill with 34 votes to 19 after the House of Representatives had already approved it. The new law means social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook are liable for fines of up to $33 million for failing to prevent children from holding accounts. This law would not affect parents or children per se financially. They will not be going after families, but it would affect social media companies.
And take cam 3.
Police are looking for a group of suspects, they say, committed one theft at a construction site in order to commit another at an ATM. CNN's Jeremy Roth has the story.
It should be on V9, but if there's not, it's on 8. Okay, roll V8 then, and take it. No, that's not it, because this is a package. Should be 85. Unless it's not in there. There's no, okay. Alright, ready cam 2 then. And take cam 2.
What an odd crime to commit just to commit another.
Exactly. Well, 3 people died and more than 30 were hospitalized in the Philippines after eating sea turtle stew last week. BBC reports that the reason behind the illness is that sea turtles could eat contaminated algae and can be toxic when cooked. Eating or hunting sea turtles is illegal under the Philippine environmental laws, but is still cooked in dishes like adobo.
There were also dogs, cats, and chickens that died after eating the dish. BBC reports that a local council that stated that the officials will strictly enforce the sea turtle hunting ban so that this does not happen again.
Alright,
a missing hiker was found alive after more than 6 weeks in Canadian wilderness. 20-year-old Sam Benestick went camping in the Canadian Rockies in early October. His family then reported him missing when he did not return home after what was supposed to be a 10-day trip.
Authorities say that 2 men were walking through the backcountry when they spotted Benestick more than 5 weeks after he had last been seen. Temperatures in that area dipped down to below 4 degrees minus Fahrenheit. Benestick is now recovering in a local hospital.
And take cam 2.
Well, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, we all grew up watching it.
I know I did, but when we come back, Justin and Ella are rating the balloons for you. Stay with us.
Clip mic smack full. Ready V7 sound full. And in 3, 2, 1, mix and roll V7 with audio. Alright, there we go.
Drops and the days get shorter,
okay, so
stay ahead of the cold weather with TV-10
switching
news.
anchors.
It's very dry in the area.
So once they're ready, we'll
updates,
get mic checks on them as soon as we
for
can.
whatever the season throws your way.
We do actually have snow in the forecast.
Tune in Monday through Thursday to TV-10 News and never miss a beat on your local weather this winter.
We might have to readjust the
cameras. Why can't we all be seen as one? Why can't we just be together as one?
A lot of the students feel like we're paying for racism, and we shouldn't feel like that on the campus that we pay.
At Illinois State University, to Black students, diversity means anti-Blackness. Diversity means microaggression in classroom. Diversity means...
Still want me to get over the fact that this steel plant ain't got no clean water and say it ain't about race.
Ella's situated. Okay. Cam No, we just didn't have the video. That was so you guys were fine.
Guy's my favorite. Look at that t-shirt. Let's go.
Can we get mic checks on them? Alright, Ella sounds good. Then Justin. Alright, Justin's good too. Okay, sweet.
Stay clean. Stick with hygiene.
Cam 1. 30 seconds.
My name is Kristen Stoynev, and I'm a professional hand balancer. I was a reporter, and then I became an anchor. I eventually had my own segment. It was called Who's Ballin', Who's Fallin'. TV-10 helped me a ton with not just knowing how to speak in front of a camera, but also knowing what it's like to be behind the camera. It definitely helps me not only in knowing what the interviewers are asking me, but also
we're gonna come out. We're gonna ready Cam 2, so stand by Cam 2. All right, mix to Cam 2. Open their mics and
The 98th annual Macy's Day Parade was held on November 28th in New York City and was shown to viewers live on NBC. The lineup featured 17 giant helium balloons, 15 heritage and novelty balloons, 27 floats, and more than 700 clowns.
There we go.
The parade also presented 11 marching bands, 10 performance groups, a host of musical stars, and even all the way from the North Pole, the one and only Santa Claus, as well as the annual appearance by the Radio City Rockettes. The parade lasted about 3.5 hours, with the total route being over 2 miles.
All right, ready V9 sound under.
Returning in their Pokeball sleigh are legends Pikachu and Eevee, bringing smiles to everyone's faces for the 24th continuous appearance of Pokemon in the parade. These two popular Pokemon are all smiles as they sled down the route and into the holiday season. This float is 34 feet tall, or as high as a 3-story building, and 23 feet wide, or as wide as 4 taxi cabs. Each blade on the sleigh is about the same length as a semi-trailer truck. Justin, what do you think about this balloon?
I absolutely love it, Ella. You know, Pokemon has been a big part of my life since my childhood. I remember it being one of the first video games I've ever played with Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl on the Nintendo DS. And I just love seeing, you know, the creative floats they have every year. It's very much inspired me wanting to go into the art and music and sort of entertainment fields.
Yeah, okay. The Amazing Spider-Man returns to the streets of New York City for the first time in over a decade. Known for his spider-like abilities such as superhuman strength, wall crawling, web slinging, this friendly neighborhood superhero has been a huge staple of pop culture since his debut. This float was 44 feet tall, or as high as a 4-story building, and 34 feet wide, or as wide as 5 taxi cabs. Justin, what do you think about this one?
I love Spider-Man, and I love the Marvel movies so much. Spider-Man Far From Home and No Way Home are some of my favorite movies. You gotta love Tom Holland, right? And you also gotta love the 2 other Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. And it's honestly such a great time to be a Marvel fan with all the new movies and stuff coming out.
Could you show him a stretch? All right.
Up next, the world's most famous clown returns to NYC for his 5th design since joining the parade in 1987. This year, Ronald flies down the route as he inspires spectators to see a smile and share a smile. Ronald is 40 feet tall, or as high as a 4-story building as well, and 31 feet wide, or as wide as 5 taxi cabs. Personally, I love this float, but I would like to see a floating Big Mac instead. Justin, what do you think about Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, floating Big Mac is kind of crazy. As much as I love Ronald McDonald, I would love to really see a Grimace float. One of these years, last year was Grimace's birthday, so I think that would definitely be pretty cool. And Ronald McDonald in the past has always had these crazy like floats with the. Are you familiar with like the giant shoe, like the red shoe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a second to process. Yeah. If you were to pick your favorite balloon out of these 3, which one would you pick and why?
All three of them are good, but I would definitely choose the Pikachu and Eevee.
Me too.
In Pokemon.
For
honestly.
sure.
So cute.
They're 2 icons.
So iconic. All right. Well, you know, what about you? You know, what else do you like about the parade other than just like the balloons?
I definitely have grown up watching it, so it's very nostalgic for me. I think about my mom a lot whenever I watch the parade. But my favorite float would also be Pikachu and Eevee, because I just can't help it. They're two icons.
All right, and let's move on to some of the amazing performances during the parade. First up, we have Bishop Briggs singing her song, Paint It Black. Bishop was featured on the Wednesday float this year, which also featured the Move NYC dancers. The float was hand-sculpted and took around 100 hours to complete. Ella, what do you think about this one?
This float is totally my favorite. I love the spookiness and the individuality of this float. Wednesday Addams has definitely become an icon. So this is also perfect timing for season 2 of Wednesday that will air in 2025. What are your thoughts, Justin?
That I gotta agree with. Ever since I've watched the Wednesday a couple years ago, I've just been waiting and waiting for more, and it's gonna be really good. 2025 is gonna be really good for streaming, I think. All right, and up next we have Dan and Shay singing their song Officially Christmas on the Hallmark float. The float included a countdown to Christmas celebrating new Hallmark movies coming out every week. They also featured Hallmark movie stars Gina Claire, Mason, and Jonathan Bennett on the very top of the float. Ella, what do you think?
All right, take him too.
I actually really like Dan and Shay, and I've seen them twice in concert, so I was a big fan of seeing them in the parade. Not to mention, I'm a total sucker for Hallmark movies, so this was really fun to see. What about you?
Yeah, I gotta say the same thing. I have absolutely loved watching the Hallmark holiday movies ever since I was little. It's a family tradition. My family does every December, November actually is when they start the countdown, and we watch them around every Thanksgiving and Christmas time. And
always happy endings.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and next up we have Idina Menzel performing Great Escape on the Bronx Zoo float. Idina's song is from her upcoming musical Redwood, which opens in January 2025. This float includes many different animal costumes and stilt walkers and is decorated like a jungle safari. Ella, what do you think?
I love all the costumes and the theme of this performance. I think that it really stands out, and I like hearing a sneak peek of her musical as well. What about you?
Definitely. I think it was one of my favorite performances throughout the entire parade. I've known Idina since she performed as Elphaba on Wicked back in 2003. I've been obsessed with that soundtrack, so I'm really excited to potentially see her in this new musical. So if you were to pick your favorite performance out of these three, which one would you choose and why, Ella?
I would have to say that my favorite performance out of these three would have to be Bishop Briggs. I love how her energy matches the float itself. And I also think that she caught everyone's attention. What do you think?
Definitely Idina Menzel for me. I am a big fan of Wicked. Also Frozen, right, Elsa?
Right.
She was in Frozen. So definitely a highlight for me.
All right,
so,
ready, Mac?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that our top float would be Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah, Eevee and Pikachu.
And we didn't really come up with the best one for the performances. I guess we're kind of like a tie.
Yeah, like a tie.
But that's all that we have for the Thanksgiving parade. We'll be right back with the National Day today.
Roll V9 and mix to V9. Let Mike smack full, roll V7 sound full. And in 3, 2, 1, mix and roll V7 with audio.
As the temperature drops and the days get shorter, stay ahead of the cold weather with TV-10 News.
It's very dry in the area.
We'll bring you the latest forecasts and updates, keeping you prepared for whatever the season throws your way.
We do actually have snow in the forecast.
Tune in Monday through Thursday to TV-10 News and never miss a beat on your local weather this winter.
Bob, are they doing the camera 1 where it's them at the desk, or is that just camera 2 getting all of them?
Where's the
Camera 2? Okay.
I don't know, just throw it on the ground.
Yeah, Cam 2, could you truck back a little bit so that way we can get all 4 of them at the desk? Yep, keep going. Keep going. That's good. And that looks pretty. That's probably best for everything. Alright, that was good. This is gonna be Austin and Gil. Well, they're gonna do both. So Austin's gonna take it, and then Gil's gonna take over halfway. Yep, so we're gonna just stick on camera 2. Thanks, man. 12:58. Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, 30 seconds.
I'm Christy McFarland, lead copywriter at One Main Financial and children's author. My husband and I recently published our first children's book. It's always been a dream of mine to publish a children's book. I was at ISU from 2004 till 2008 in the TV-10 program. While I was there, I was a reporter and an anchor. You learn how to piece together a story and really resonate with your audience. And you learn how to do that in a very brief and efficient way.
All right, stand by camera 2. Alright, mix cam 2, over their mics and cue them.
On December 2nd, National Special Education Day recognizes changes in the federal legislation that led to the nation's first federal special education law.
Beginning in 1971, a U.S. District Court case in the District of Columbia, Mills versus the Board of Education, ruled it unlawful to deny exceptional children, including those with mental and learning disabilities, publicly funded educational opportunities.
IDEA made education available to all American children, and this day honors the progress that has been made in special education. Before IDEA, many individuals with disabilities received little to no education. Schools were not required to make accommodations for children with disabilities.
IDEA resulted in many changes beyond bringing students equal education. The integration of students also helps remove the stigma of disabilities. Another result of IDEA was the stimulation of technology for students with disabilities, and for the classrooms, these technologies improved education of all students.
All right, take cam 2.
That's all we have for this semester on Good Afternoon Blono. From all of us here, we thank you for watching.
It's been such a good semester that we've had together.
It really has.
Good Afternoon Bites and making the cucumber salad to the chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yeah, and our guacamole.
It was a blast.
Yes, it was such a blast.
This is definitely one of my favorite memories of college, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Remember that live concert and all
30
of
seconds.
Remember that?
Just before
Thanksgiving
break,
break,
too.
The ending is bittersweet for sure. We hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving, and we hope you have a happy holidays. See you next year.
It was a pleasure getting to spend afternoons with you.
And make sure to join us tomorrow for TV-10 News at noon.
Yeah, just keep going. All right, clip their mics, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yep, we're just going to go right to V7. So, and mix and roll V7.
The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences presented the Crystal Pillar Awards, and we here at TV-10 are proud to announce that our very own Maggie Blyer won the award for General Assignment Light News on her story, Small Town Eclipse.
It was a day to remember in Mount Carmel,
Thanks for being
a
good
town
on
with a
TD
population of roughly 7,000 in southeastern Illinois.
And was presented with the Bernstein Global Wealth Management Scholarship as well. We here at TV-10 are so proud and honored to have Maggie Blyer on our team.
Looks like a nice sunny day. Indoors. TV-10 wants you to go outside. Enjoy the lovely weather. Find fun activities like walking the dog. You can laugh with friends. Don't forget to look at our weather report and make sure it's truly a nice day to go out. Enjoy the outdoors. After watching TV-10 News, of course.
My name is Sean Lazitza, and I am a digital content producer here for WMBDCICrowd.com. As a digital content producer, I go around and find web-exclusive content. At TV-10, I was a television production major, went out and shot news stories, and then I was also a director, and I was one of the graphic designers. I used basically everything I've used at TV-10 and built it on it over the years, and so TV-10 was the core of what I built all my skills on.
Hey bro, how's it going? Welcome to the party, man.
Hey, are you okay? You seem really messed up. Are you insane? You better not be thinking about driving. You stay right there. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab you a water.